YouTube, welcome to my GGC. It's your boy Geddon, and I'm back with a new EA college football video. So let's get it.
YouTube, what it is, it's your boy Geddon, and I'm back with another video. This is part 2 of my first look breakdown of college football 25. I gotta reiterate this again. Don't think I'm just trying to bring out all the negatives. Honestly, I just want games or football simulation games just to be as best as it can be. So let's get into the highlights and the lowlights, or the concerns that I have with college football 25. And this is the second gameplay that they showed during that first look. This first play, look at the offensive line. Across the board, I have literally no issues with what has happened in the trenches. This looks really good. The left tackle, the right tackle, the guards, the center, everyone, they are blocking very well. The interaction that I really like is the right tackle and the defensive end. This block stays engaged. He's trying to bend, he's trying to get to the quarterback, and as he gets to the quarterback, look at that right tackle. He still has a hand. He's still engaged with the defensive end. Honestly, this should be the majority of pass rush attempts or sacks in college football 25, or in Madden for that fact. Honestly, this is the most common type of interaction or block engaging and disengaging that is actually in college football and pro football. I would also like to add, I would love if the offensive lineman kind of got in on a little bit of the action of the tackle, like the offensive line would have fell over the tackle or sack attempt. I think that would just take this to a whole new level of realism. And how can I not mention the defensive tackle work? He did a swim move, pushed the guy right to the side, and got to the quarterback. This actually looks good because this isn't typical of that block, then I let go type of thing. The defensive lineman actually did a move, a real football move, and got past the offensive lineman. Here we are in 2024, and if we look at the sideline interactions, they go largely the same as they would be in Madden. Again, not a reskin of any kind. I think not. Look at these effects. These are the same exact effects that happened in NCAA 2014. This went largely unchanged. That's kind of sad. I really thought that EA would focus more on hard to play places. I mean, they did put out a Twitter post or a social media post stating hard to win or hard to play in stadium. When the ball is hiked, there's nothing hard about this. Pause. I would love if the camera continued to shake. I would love if the icons disappeared. You know, give me something that makes me more immersed and would make me need to focus more. Right here is just a really small gripe. We see this all the time in the NFL, and we actually saw this in the Madden first look trailer, or the Madden reveal trailer. When a defensive lineman is still engaged with the block, he kind of reached down, grabbed down the ball carrier. That's football. Let it be in college football 25 as well. A reskin isn't a bad word to me, but there are some negative elements of being a reskin. Here, the running back caught a catch on the flat, took it to the house. Great play, great move, bad stick work by the user, completely missed a tackle. The thing that I really like is how the running back is looking left, right, looking back, looking forward, pumping his legs. That type of animation adds to the immersion, gets you hyped. It looks realistic. It looks good. Here's another good aspect. You have the quarterback doing a pump fake, and the DB actually bites on the pump fake. Notice they didn't pause the defense here. There was an actual reaction. This is the type of reaction that I want to see in route running. When wide receivers are elite route runners and tight ends are elite route runners, I want to see a reaction out of the secondary. Also, look at the secondary. I made a video, and this is probably the 5th or 10th time that I brought this up, about a DB, one of the best cornerbacks in college football 25. He did a zone turn because he was in zone coverage. He turned the wrong way, gave up all his momentum, yet he was still able to keep all of his momentum, turn on a dime, and catch the football, meet the football before the wide receiver could, with having no momentum. I think that was an issue. I brought it to everyone's attention, and a lot of people did not like that. Well, if you look at all of the coverage during all of the gameplay that you've seen, it seems as though EA is listening and they cut all that out. I haven't seen no zone, wrong turn, whatever turn at all in any of this footage. Funny, right? So here we go again. I know the fanboys are gonna hate this critique, but I have to say it because I gotta stay objective, even though I am actually excited for College Football 25 and its return. So if you look at this deep zone by the corners and the safe, yes, it's a deep zone, but if there's no one in your zone and it's not a situational play, why is the DB in no man's land? That's what I don't like. Yes, you should be in deep zone, but you could play your zone a bit more shallow. I don't think that some players or all players are so slave to play art that in real life a coach is going to say, no, you have to be 25 yards where no one is around you. No, that's just not going to happen. I can't see that happening. So it is kind of odd and very reskin like that this corner is so deep down the field without a threat or anyone around him. Also, I did see something that I actually like at the end of this play. There was a double team tackle. The first video I made, I didn't see any, but in this gameplay, I saw maybe 2 or 3 double team tackles, which is good, but double team tackles is kind of old. We need 3, 4, 5, 10, 20 man tackles. Obviously I know that how many defenders are on the screen, but come on now. We need real-time physics in our football games, period. And here we go again with a variation of a stiff arm. This stiff arm was tough, it was strong, it looked like it should be done by a big back. Yeah, I'm all for it, let's go. Speaking of real-time physics, I do like this MidAir Collision, but it's animation based. It does look good, but it's a little odd at the same time. If it was real-time physics and not so wonky, it would look that much better. Let's get some real-time physics. Oh, here comes the biggest trigger warning ever. This is a major reskin alert, total reskin alert. Madden has had the most pathetic snow weather effect in their game since I don't know how long. This is the same exact weather effect. I mean, if they built the game from the ground up and they actually use more of that Frostbite engine, man, we could get some spectacular snow effects. But of course, because EA did not build this game from the ground up, they're using a ton of Madden coding, developer coding in College Football 25. We have the same exact snow effect. Come on now, modders are killing EA with their snow effects that they put in their game. Made a video about that too. What, like 2 years ago? Come on now, EA. Now this right here was pure simulation football. It may not be perfect, but the quarterback stands in the pocket, steps up because he actually had room to step up, throw a pass, and I'm sorry, Mr. Cornerback, but you got mossed. Great user control, great play. I thought this play stood out. But again, if this game had real-time physics and it affected the catches, and when 2 players are up in the air, they would have both have fell down, it would have looked so natural. This looks a little odd because obviously both players are in the air, but look where the animation kind of contorts the DB back down to the ground. It kind of pushes him back down to the ground, and then you get the animation that they recorded. This was not real-time physics. This was maybe physics-based animation, if you want to call it that. It would look so much better if it had real-time physics mixed with the animations. And basically that's where I'm gonna leave it. Overall, the gameplay does look pretty good. I'm confident in saying it's a reskin, but I'm also objective enough to see that, hey, a reskin isn't necessarily a bad thing. As long as the gameplay is fast, it's fun, they have a ton of atmosphere, and it has deep gameplay in terms of the dynasty modes and everything that you could do. You could create your teams, you could create your players. I think you could edit some players, and I think the dynasty mode goes up to 30 years or something like that. I don't know, but I will be streaming College Football 25 when it's released. Come check me out on that day. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comment section below. This is all I got. When EA comes out with College Football 25, gamers, you know we got to keep on gaming. It's your boy Geddon. This is the GGC, and we're out of here.